Hello there, thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. This is Evans Mlenga. I would like to urge you to continue supporting me, and one way in which you're going to support me is simply by subscribing. Click on the word subscribe just below this video, and I will appreciate so much for your support. Today we want to talk about one crucial matter, that of being disappointed by your swapmate. What can you do if after having moved further stages into your swapping process, then your swapmate decides to withdraw? Well, this depends on the stage at which this happens. If your swapmate decides to withdraw from a swapping process, when you just start, for example, your letter has been signed and theirs has been signed, before they go to debs, your swapmate decides to withdraw. Well, at this particular stage, it is very, very difficult to make a choice or to go ahead. In short, there is nothing that can be done. Simply look for somebody else to swap with. If your letters have passed through your respective debs offices, en route to provincial education offices, and your swapmate decides to withdraw, you are at liberty to continue with the process. You can even find yourself in the very district where your swapmate is coming from. You have their letter. Remember, when you're just starting, there is a stage where we exchange letters. Please remember to keep a copy of those letters. They will help you in the future, especially if your swapmate decides to stop or to withdraw. So simply continue, go to PO and submit these letters as if your swapmate is also doing the same wherever they are. So you're going to wait for feedback from your PO, and the feedback obviously would be that your transfer is out. Please, when you're taking these letters, after your swapmate has indicated to you that they have withdrawn, do not go and say this at PO to say, I'm bringing these letters, but my swapmate has withdrawn. Please leave them there, assuming that everything is going to work out. Now, some of these things can be avoided. We know how difficult it is to find a swapmate. We know what is involved in processing a transfer and exchange. You spend a lot of money on movements, on sending letters to each other via electronic means. So it is very frustrating. But what can you do if your swapmate decides to withdraw? So one of the ways in which you can do this, we have already outlined, but we can avoid these problems. And one of the ways we can avoid these problems is, one, in the very first stage, please take time to know your swapmate. Find out why they would want to go on a transfer. What reasons do they have? If they decide that they would want to go on a transfer simply because they want to change place, you need to be worried, because this person might come across another person within the process you're doing and be able to swap with that person and withdraw from you. So find out from them why they would want to transfer. Secondly, if you are communicating with someone for the first time, please get details the very first time that you communicate with them. If someone is not ready to give you the details that you are going to include in your transfer letters, then you have a signal that somebody is going to disappoint you. He may withdraw. This one is not serious. That is one of the ways, the things that can tell you to say somebody is not serious to swap. Others would be very much willing to swap with you, and they will say they are very much ready, but they have not talked to their head teachers. You exchange details, you write your transfer letters, then in the middle of the process they will tell you to say, my head teacher has refused. Meanwhile, you'll have gone a bit further in the process. This is quite disappointing. So please find out if their head teacher has a consent, if their head teacher has allowed them to go on a transfer. It is going to help you to avoid such kind of problems if somebody decides to withdraw from a process. It can help you to avoid the pitfalls that comes as a result of individuals deciding to withdraw from a process. If your process has started, please do not take time to process it. For example, someone has sent you details, they are willing, their head teachers are willing, you write your letters, your friend takes them to debs, you take them to debs, then you sit and say, I will do the rest of the process later on. Your friend would want to do this immediately. If this happens, someone may withdraw